This week on The Splash, we go fishing with West Bloomfield Parks and Recreation. Then, one person's trash is another person's treasure. And later, we give you the latest on the construction happening on Orchard Lake Road. The Splash is a production of Civic Center TV. We're a news magazine that covers everything from local news to feature stories, all so that we can bring you the latest from the greater West Bloomfield area. And now, let's dive into The Splash. Welcome to The Splash. I'm your host, Katrinia Carson, and as always, thank you for joining us. Recently, at Marshbank Park, West Bloomfield Parks gathered the community for its annual Goldfish event, a day of fishing and family fun. We sent Splash reporter Sheena Manin to learn how greater West Bloomfield residents savored this lively day on Cass Lake.
This is Sheena Manin reporting for The Splash. We're at Marshbank Park, where several lucky families get the opportunity to participate in a yearly catch and release Go Fish program. Let's go take a look at all the cool things that are happening here. For over 9 years, West Bloomfield Parks has been making the sport of fishing accessible to people of all ages through their popular annual Go Fish Catch and Release event.
So we're providing and making it easy for people. We have the food, we have the equipment, but it's not just the sport of fishing, it's just getting outside in the park and enjoying the time together. A lot of people say that that's their favorite part. Catching a fish is always a nice bonus.
Well, the park is fabulous for this event. There aren't very many public fishing piers like we have here in this park. The park's large to start with, and that's one of its best features, certainly. So you feel kind of like you're out in the middle of the lake when you're on it. It's a floating pier, so you actually do feel like you're out in the middle of the lake. It's lovely.
The event at Marshbank Park draws a great mix of people, all intent on learning and experiencing something new.
Saw it advertised and wanted to get my grandson down here to get him hooked on fishing.
So we came out because we wanted to learn to try fishing, which we haven't done, and we had a pretty good time.
We only fish once a year. We don't do much fishing, so we're still learning. That's why we're here.
Plenty of staff and volunteers were on hand to demonstrate every trick of the trade, from baiting your hook to trying out a new style of fishing.
So we're on the docks. There's mainly two different kinds we're doing. One is just fishing with regular old bobber. So how that works is what your bobber does is it sits at the top of the water column, and then everything below the bobber is what your fish can see. So we use the bobber to help us adjust our depth to see what the fish is going to eat. And then we also do jigging, which is one where we don't normally use a bobber. And what we do is we manipulate the line on our own to try to get the fish to eat it, because our bait usually isn't live.
It was head photographer. Daddy was in charge of the worms.
My dad usually does it, but I've been starting to do it some more, but it's not a big deal.
My dad did it for us.
As always, West Bloomfield events are designed to broaden people's horizons and offer residents an enjoyable opportunity to try something new.
Well, I get emails all the time about what's going on in West Bloomfield with their parks and rec, and we love all their parks. We go to the nature center, we do a lot of hiking, and we enjoy it very much.
My favorite part was, even if you don't catch a fish, it was still fun.
Fishing's really fun. Sometimes you catch some, sometimes you don't. It's the thrill of when you catch them, though.
As you can see, the families of West Bloomfield enjoyed a warm, sunny, and very fishing-friendly day. Reporting for The Splash, this is Sheena Manin.
Thanks, Sheena. Nothing makes a bright, sunny day better than some fishing with the family. And if you'd like to see the other fun programs that West Bloomfield Parks has to offer, then you can visit their website at wbparks.org or give them a call at 248-451-1900. Across West Bloomfield Township on the corner of Orchard Lake and Green Road, Holy Spirit Lutheran Church brought the community together for some spring cleaning and giving in its annual Rummage Sale. Splash reporter Premier Wiggins has the story.
Those golf clubs you keep in the garage? That dress you'll never wear again? What if I told you these items could be used to help those in need? Well, at Holy Spirit Lutheran Church, that's exactly what happened.
This church rummage sale is a 4-day event where we sell used items to anyone that comes in. We've been running this rummage sale now for 15 years, and it's become quite a big event.
Well, I bought ice hockey skates and women's figure skates, and they fit in the bag, and I have some more room. It's only $5. What a deal. So I would encourage everybody to come out, so next year perhaps more people could come and really get good deals here.
They say one man's trash is another man's treasure, and that seems to be the case here at the Rummage Sale, as people donate their unused or unwanted items, giving others a chance to find a purpose for them.
Primarily our items that we get for the sale come from the people that are members of the church. However, we have seen over the years people that have come to the sale to buy will come back and say, I knew you would be running the sale again this year, therefore I'm bringing you some stuff.
While participating in the Rummage Sale gives you a chance to find some really good items for a great price, it's also an opportunity to help do some good for those less fortunate in the community.
Not that much goes to our church. This is a charity event that we have, and we help people directly in need in West Bloomfield.
We donate to Blessings in a Backpack, which provides weekend food for needy children. We have sent money for water in Flint, and for the Lutheran Disaster Relief last year, we sent money down to the Gulf Coast for flooding and for West Virginia for flooding. It's a good time for everybody to get together. It's a good time to work together and feel like we've accomplished something. We really are happy to be able to donate money to the different charities. It makes us feel like we're doing something worthwhile.
Reporting for The Splash, I'm Premier Wiggins.
Thanks, Premier. It's always great to see the community come together to help people in need. If you would like to learn more about the Rummage Sale or make a donation in the future, you can visit the church's website at spiritdrivenchurch.com or visit our website at civiccentertv.com/rummage sale. Still to come, the latest updates and insight on the construction on Orchard Lake Road. And later, we hear from some more residents of Greater West Bloomfield on Sidewalk Talk.
Don't go away. You're watching The Splash on Civic Center TV. And now, back to The Splash on Civic Center TV.
Welcome back to The Splash. I'm your host, Katrinia Carson. We now move on to this week's Splash traffic update. We sent reporter Samana Sheik into town to speak with local officials and residents on the current status of the construction on Orchard Lake Road.
I was able to talk to the chief of the West Bloomfield Police Department, as well as another local resident, about the local construction happening on Orchard Lake Road and how it has impacted them. The construction continues on Orchard Lake Road. The future plan is to reconstruct the current busy street into a 4-lane concrete boulevard with a grassy median. The entire project is approximately $7.2 million and is funded by the Roadside Commission for Oakland County and West Bloomfield Township. The chief of the West Bloomfield Police Department couldn't be more excited for this project.
For most of us who have been living and working here for a long time, it's something we've really been looking forward to. So we're happy to see it eventually coming to some fruition, although it requires a great amount of patience during the construction season. So we're asking for everyone's patience along this thing and understanding that at the end of this process, and it's just really a few months away, that the overall quality and road patterning and movements around the township will be significantly improved, and that's a good thing.
One of the largest additions to Orchard Lake Road are 8-foot wide pedestrian paths along both sides of the road and Americans with Disabilities Act compliant pedestrian crosswalks. Local residents think that it will benefit future students from the West Bloomfield School District and residents, as well as bring more crowds of people to the greater West Bloomfield area.
A lot of kids will be walking more. A lot of kids get lazy and they tend to just sit in the car and start driving. If they walk, it'll be better. For businesses and several stores, it's just going to be better and better and better because they can open up.
The construction on the intersection of Maple Road and Orchard Lake is scheduled to be completed within a month. Reporting for The Splash, this is Samana Sheik.
And if you'd like to stay up to date on the latest traffic reports within West Bloomfield, you can visit wbtownship.org and click on the Road Construction Updates tab on their homepage. Now it's time for another episode of Sidewalk Talk with Splash reporter Sheena Mana, who's out on the streets with Greater West Bloomfield asking residents about a topic we're pretty all passionate about, pizza.
This is Sheena Manin reporting for The Splash. I'm standing on the sidewalk and I'm talking. You know what time it is. What is a popular topping on pizza that everyone else likes, but for whatever reason you cannot get into?
Olives. I can't get into olives. I'd say that'd be the number one, yeah. Besides that, everything else is not too bad.
I think pineapples are gross, even though I'm from Hawaii, but having it on a pizza is disgusting. I don't understand that.
Mushrooms. They grow in poop. That's all I have to say about that.
Know that. No idea. That will change how I look at mushrooms forever.
Yeah.
You have scarred me for life.
Anchovies, maybe? Yeah, I don't like anchovies. Too salty. Yeah.
Well, I think anchovies. Don't get into anchovies.
What is a popular topping on a pizza that other people like, but you just can't get into it, and why?
I really don't like peppers, hot peppers or green peppers. I don't care for them.
Pepperoni. I'm tired of pepperoni. I love other toppings, chicken, spinach, a lot of vegetables and things like that. So,
barbecue chicken pizza with the pineapples. I kind of feel like pineapples belong either as breakfast and yogurt or as a garnish with a drink.
Pepperoni. Just don't like it. Texture, greasiness.
Pineapple. I like pineapple, like just pineapple, but I do not want pineapple on my pizza. Like, it doesn't belong there. Yeah, it's a little weird. So.
That concludes another fun episode. Join us again next time for more Sidewalk Talk.
Well, pineapples are definitely my favorite topping when it comes to pizza. And if you'd like to see some other fun and interesting questions on the show, you can do so anytime and anywhere by visiting our website at civiccentertv.com/sidewalktalk. And now it's time for our Civic Center event update, where we provide you with all the latest that's happening around Greater West Bloomfield. And if you'd like to stay up to date on all of the following current events yourself, you can visit civiccentertv.com/events. Let's get started. Celebrate America's 241st birthday with the West Bloomfield Parks. Join in on the fun with patriotic crafts, pool games, and a patriotic popsicle. The event begins at 1 p.m. on July 2nd and takes place at the Family Aquatic Center. Regular admission fees apply, but no registration is required. For more information, call West Bloomfield Parks at 248-451-1900. And on July 3rd, join the Oakland County Boat Club for their annual Independence Day fireworks on Sylvan Lake. The event is free, but donations are accepted. A shuttle bus to the event will be provided. Pickup is at Gino's Pizzeria and Restaurant at Cass Lake and will drop off at the Memorial Park, the corner of Garland and Pontiac Drive. Bus services will run from 6 p.m. until 1 hour after the fireworks are complete. Should there be inclement weather, the fireworks will be made up on Friday, July 7th. Need a quick reboot for the second half of your workday? Restore, renew, and revitalize your day with 20 minutes of guided meditation and gentle seated yoga poses at Henry Ford West Bloomfield Hospital on July 5th. The event is free of charge and no registration is required. Meet in the quiet atrium downstairs at Henry Ford, West Bloomfield, and enjoy the tranquil midday experience. Class space may be limited, so please arrive earlier than the 1 p.m. start time. No equipment is needed. Foam, sprays, poison, and bioluminescence are all the methods Michigan animals use to survive. Join the hands-on activities, science experiments, games, and live animal observations at Chemistry in the Animal Kingdom at 11 a.m. on July 6th in the West Bloomfield Main Library Meeting Room. This program will ensure everyone is having fun while learning about some of the amazing wildlife that lives right in our very own local parks and backyards. The event is open to all ages and no registration is required. Join us on July 8th at 10 a.m. to discover the fun of paddling at Bloomer Park. Receive a brief lesson on how to successfully enter, exit, and paddle your watercraft with help from West Bloomfield Parks. You can choose from a double or a single kayak, a canoe, or a stand-up paddleboard. Our naturalists will accompany you as your own personal guide. All equipment is provided. The event is for ages 18 and over and costs $37 per resident or $42 per non-resident. For more information, visit wbparks.org. The Keego Harbor and West Bloomfield Police Departments, along with the Oakland County Sheriff's Office, are coming together for Operation Medicine Cabinet, which provides citizens with a venue to properly dispose of their expired or unused prescription medications. There are over 36 drop-off sites around Oakland County, including the West Bloomfield Police Department at 4530 Walnut Lake Road and the Keego Harbor Police Department at 2025 Beachmont Street. For more information, visit oakgov.com under the Administrative tab and select Community Services. Take a look at early Michigan logging equipment on July 9th at 1 p.m. with the Greater West Bloomfield Historical Society. The open house event will be focusing on some early tools recovered from Michigan logging camps, such as saws and axes, as well as pulling and horse equipment. The museum store will be open. This is no charge to attend. At 10:30 a.m. on July 11th, immerse yourself in a unique and interactive program, Drummunity. Lori Fithian leads the group in playing the drums together. Using hand drums, percussion, and simple drum circle games, everyone will engage in this fun and energizing experience. The event takes place at the West Bloomfield High School cafeteria, and no registration is required. The Marshbank Music Series is back for another summer. Bring your lawn chair or blanket and join West Bloomfield Parks on the Concert Hill at Marshbank Park for Cancel Monday, a band from right here in the Metro Detroit area. Food will be available for purchase from the Optimist Club of West Bloomfield, and the event is free of charge. For the entire Marshbank Music Series schedule, visit wbparks.org. Bounce, learn, and play at the West Bloomfield Library's Hop, Jump, and Read event. The event takes place at the main library in the Youth Activity Center at both 10 and 11 a.m., so come when you can. There will be plenty of books to read, songs to sing, and moves to bust with your friends and family. This event is free of charge and no registration is required. For more on this and other library events, visit wblib.org or check out our event calendar on civiccentertv.com/events. On the evening of July 13th, discover the fun of kayaking on scenic Cass Lake during West Bloomfield Park's Family Kayak event. Upon arrival, attendees will receive a brief lesson on how to successfully enter, exit, and paddle a kayak. Our naturalists will accompany you as your own personal guide. Only single kayaks available for this event, so plan accordingly. All equipment is provided, including life jackets. This event is for ages 8 and older. And that's all for now. However, if you're looking to find even more events going on in our neighborhood, then be sure to follow us at civiccentertv.com/events and look up at our events calendar or watch us here for more information on everything going on in the greater West Bloomfield area. As we head into the break, stay tuned because afterwards, I'll be talking with Paul Chatlin from Plant-Based Nutrition Support Group.
Don't go away. You're watching The Splash on Civic Center TV. And now, back to The Splash on Civic Center TV.
Welcome back to The Splash. I'm Katrinia Carson, and my guest on the show this week is Paul Chatlin, the founder and chairman of Plant-Based Nutrition Support Group. How are you today?
I'm doing great, thank you.
Doing good? Yeah, so thank you for coming on the show.
Thank you for having me.
So the biggest thing that I want to hear about, I know you are from West Bloomfield Township. So how long have you been here? And so tell me about that.
I moved here with my family in 1972, traveled a little bit away, but came back. Always loved living here.
Okay. Yeah. So when it comes to the plant-based, the foundation, the support group, what exactly is that? What do you do for the community?
Well, we're an education organization. We're trying to teach people that they don't have to have procedures and pills, that they could just change their diet, improve their health, and do it fairly quickly and feel great.
Okay. So I know you had a heart attack a couple of years ago, and that kind of stems you to get started with this, and I know it was a book that inspired you even more. Can you tell me more about that?
Yeah, it wasn't so much a heart attack. I had angina, which is maybe a precursor to it. But,
oh, wow.
I would wake up in the morning and my chest felt just terrible, like it was like really heavy. And that went on for a while, and then finally I just had to go see the doctors, and they didn't know if it was a heart replacement issue or a bypass issue until later, and they found out I needed a triple bypass. But here I am on a gurney after finding out about it, being wheeled in for possible surgery, and they said, would you consider a nutrition change? And I said, you know what, you get me out of that operation, I will give something back. So here I am today, 4 years later, and the organization is the biggest plant-based group in the world, so I'm pretty proud of that.
Yes, you should be proud. You're doing a lot for the community.
Well, thank you.
Yes, so how can people get involved? You're right here, right next door, so how can people get involved
well,
with the
we have,
group?
all of our big speaker meetings once a month are usually held at the Birmingham School, either Groves or Seaholm, and you could find out all about our organization and when our meetings are, both small groups, transition classes, by going to www.pbnsg.org.
So can doctors or different people that are in the medical area, what can they do to get involved with your company, with your foundation?
Well, if, like a lot of doctors will share with me that they didn't learn nutrition in school, and we're here to teach them. So not only did we create a medical course material, but this year our initiative is Doctors Teaching Doctors. So if you're a doctor out there and you want to learn from other doctors about the benefits of nutrition, please just email me, paul@pbnsg.org.
Okay, that's great. So you can be involved and you have the community involved. So how was that going, getting people involved in the city, and what's going on with that?
Well, we started 3 months ago, and we had 123 people at our first meeting.
Wow.
And today we're coming close to 3,900 members. So, we've done a lot of good things. We've, like I said, we've created medical course material. We have these small groups, which are 18 around the state, and we're going to keep on growing that. But we want to do it here and do it right here in Michigan, do it right here in West Bloomfield first.
Right. That's what I was going to ask you about, expanding. Like, what can we look forward to with the foundation when it comes to expanding?
Well, I would like to be able to get into some hospitals and offer a nutritional counseling class education at all the different hospitals. So if you're a hospital person out there and you would like to learn about nutrition and share it with your patients, give me a call. I'd be interested to help.
All right. Now, when it comes to classes, I know we were talking about the different tiers and how that works. Can you explain to us a little bit about how that works?
Well, we offer for every month, we have Transition 101 classes. We have two great speakers. They're called the Healthy Gals, and they kind of help people that are plant curious or want to improve their health or increase energy or lose weight. These are all the benefits of whole food plant-based nutrition. They could come once a month and they could learn about the benefits of plant-based nutrition. We also have advanced classes as well. So
Okay.
Again, all that is being offered on our website.
Okay, now the big question is, what is plant-based nutrition? What exactly is that?
Well, you know, for me to make these changes, I had to give up meat, dairy, and oils. And today, all I consume are fruits, vegetables, beans, and whole grains.
Okay.
But when you think about it, real briefly, is they put a lot of bad stuff in the ground. They feed it to animals that they have to provide a lot of bad stuff to keep them alive.
Okay.
And they put all that together and give it to us on a daily basis to eat. And sooner or later, it catches up to us.
Yes.
You know, so you could really make changes by just eating differently. You could also help save the planet by doing it. But most importantly, you know, you'll be able to live a long, healthy life and feel good every single day.
So a person like me, if I wanted to start on a good track, you know, of eating right, what would you suggest? What would you tell me to do?
Well, sorry to tell people, but dairy is your enemy. You know, you want to get rid of that cheese.
No ice cream.
No ice cream. You know, you got to, you know, you could freeze some fruit and blend it up if you want, I
Right.
guess. But you just have to make different choices, but you got to get rid of the dairy and the meat. But you could do it slowly. And if you go on the website, we got 1,000 recipes that you could try. And trust me, you will find recipes that you like.
Okay.
And once you find, you know, 10 dinners that you could make and, you know, eat, then all of a sudden you could start embracing this and feel great in a very short amount of time.
Yeah, and I know for kids, a lot of people were talking about diets for kids and making sure that they're eating healthy. Do you do anything specifically for kids, or
well, we just
is it
bring
all ages?
It's all ages.
Okay.
This is just it's education on the benefits of nutrition.
Okay.
All right.
So you have a lot going on.
Yeah,
That's
we're
great.
busy. We're busy,
Yes.
but you know, to be recognized and to try and, you know, improve people's health, you have to be out there. You have to keep talking to people.
Yes, I feel like it's inspiring with what you're doing for everybody. And yes, I look forward to hearing more, and I know you guys are expanding soon, so that's great. I want to thank you for being with us here today.
Well, thank you for having me. I
Yes,
appreciate it. Thank you.
And once again, everyone, Paul Chatlin from Plant-Based Nutrition Support Group. For more information on Paul and plant-based nutrition, you can visit pbnsg.org. Now, let's head over to another reoccurring segment called Parenting on the Go, where Sheena Monin sat down with West Bloomfield Youth Assistants to discuss resilience in adversity.
Hello and welcome to Parenting on the Go. I'm Sheena Monin, and joining me this episode is Rashida Kamaria Williams, Chief Empowerment Officer of Empowered Flower Girl. Rashida, it is such a pleasure to have you with us here today. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. So I'm really curious about your topic today. The topic is resiliency. Can you tell us a little bit about what resiliency is?
Sure. Well, resiliency is our ability to bounce back after a challenge or an upset. It's what gets us through when we are faced with trauma and change. You can kind of see resiliency as a muscle, and the more that we build it and exercise it, the stronger we will become.
Absolutely. That makes a lot of sense to me. Now, there are so many challenges out there, particularly for youth and children. Can you tell me how possible it might or might not be for today's youth to actually learn and practice resiliency?
Sure. Well, while they face numerous challenges, today's tweens and teens, they are facing bullying, drama, social and academic pressures, right? But they also have numerous opportunities to excel. And if they're equipped with the right skills, the coping skills, well, they can be stronger and they can get through those challenges.
Yeah, for sure. What are some of those strategies that parents can use to help children to build resiliency?
Well, there are a number of strategies that parents and caregivers can use, and they all start with having a conversation. First, we should always let children know that life isn't always going to be easy or fair, right? And we should always be transparent with them. I say that, you know, sharing your own personal story or the stories of others who have overcome challenges gives children real-life examples of people who've made it through. And I would also definitely recommend that we remind them that they are resilient, in fact, and remind them of situations where they have overcome those challenges, right? We should also make sure that our children know that ultimately they are not alone. If we as parents and caregivers are open to listening to them and listening without judgment, I believe that they will express their concerns. And if needed, seek professional help. We may need to get the help of a counselor or a therapist, as well as a mentor or a coach who can also aid in building resilient children.
For sure, there's a strong community network out there of help and support if people know where to find it. Can you tell us about a few other resources that you may recommend?
Definitely. I had an opportunity to hear Dr. Michelle Borba, who is a national leading expert in parenting as well as bullying and moral development. She has a number of books out there. One is called Parents Do Make a Difference, and I definitely recommend that one along with for teens. I recently published a book, Be Empowered, How to Live Above and Beyond Life's Drama. It helps children overcome challenges as well as use their personal power for good.
Wow, that sounds like an amazing topic.
Yeah, and both are available at the West Bloomfield Township Public Library.
Oh, great. It's always good to have a good resource like the library. Absolutely. Thank you so much. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
And thank you all for joining us on this episode of Parenting on the Go. And remember, if you'd like to look up more helpful parenting tips, then go check out West Bloomfield Youth Assistance's website at wbyouthAssistance.org. Take care, everyone.
Excellent points, Sheena and Rashida. And to see more episodes of Parenting on the Go, visit our website at civiccentertv.com/parenting-to-go. And now it's time for our final segment on The Splash called Person of the Week, where we recognize those within the community who are either inspiring or providing toward others. And this week's recipient is Mike Gilpin, the treasurer of the Pine Lake Estates Beach Association in West Bloomfield. Mike Gilpin has been a West Bloomfield resident for over a decade. One of his biggest draws to the township was its many lakes. Ever since his first days in West Bloomfield, Mike has been heavily involved in the operations and upkeep of Pine Lake Estates Neighborhood Beach. While Mike's primary duties have included hiring lifeguards, collecting beach dues, and bringing in needed personnel for beach maintenance, he has extended his role above and beyond for what it is called for. Every week, Mike invests extra time into making sure the beach is in pristine and safe condition for the residents of the over 280 homes in the neighborhood and fosters community amongst the residents of Pine Lake Estates. Serving on the beach board is an additional labor, but for Mike, it is a labor of love, which is why he is our Person of the Week. And if you happen to know someone who has provided a service to their community, then let us know by sending an email to The Splash at civiccentertv.com. We want to congratulate those who are making a difference in our area, and we appreciate all of your suggestions. And that's going to do it for us this week. But remember, you can watch new episodes of The Splash this summer each and every Monday at 6:30 p.m. or throughout the week for replays. You can also watch every episode online at civiccentertv.com. Don't forget to follow us on Twitter at Civic Center TV, on YouTube at Civic Center TV 15, and on Facebook under Civic Center TV 15 for more information. For all of our friends in Sylvan Lake, Orchard Lake, Keego Harbor, and West Bloomfield, I'm Katrinia Carson. Thank you for watching The Splash.